Hi everyone, this is Kelly with Kelly Ann Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in McKinney, Texas, and this is my May cards. Today we're going to be doing a series of 4 videos. This first video is going to be fun. We're going to be using Delicate Whispers, and it is an online um, suite of products, and the Delicate Dreams is the paper we're going to be using. We're going to use this stamp here, and then we're going to use a thank you from another stamp set, but you can use any thank you you want on that. I would just pick one that is big, and this is the card we're going to make. It is a fun fold, and this fun fold has got, it's like a book, so it's got the book thing, but it's a gatefold too, so it's a fun fold gatefold. Or a book gatefold, however we want to do it. So let's get to what we're doing. Let me bring out our kit. I'm going to set this up here in the corner. And of course we have our envelope. And inside our envelope we have our base card. So this is 4 1/4 by 11 inches. So here's my finger down here, 11 inches. And it has a fold, a score at 2 1/8, 3 3/8, and then 8 7/8 here. But you can always turn it around and just score it on the other side 1 1/8. Or you can just not score it and then line this up, and with your bone folder come in and just flatten it out. I would do all your creases. Because this is a book fold, we are going to adhere this part here. So we'll get to that in a moment. Inside, you should have one piece of basic white. This basic white is going to be 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. It goes on the inside. We'll be stamping on this. You will have one piece of designer series paper that's going to go here. Then you will have a floral designer series paper that's going to go here. And then I'm going to open this up. On the inside, you'll have spaces for this here. So the measurement for this is 1 inch by 4 inches. And the other designer series papers are all 1 7/8 by 4 inches. You will have one die cut that is out of our Spotlight on Nature dies. And this is the 2 3/8 inch punch. And that's going to have our sentiment. So let's set up to stamp. And then we will do everything else. I'm going to bring in my, what I call the messy paper, and we're going to stamp. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to create the background for our sentiment and also fill in our inside. I'm using Basic Beige, and all I'm going to do is just create a background on here. And the Basic Beige is just so neutral that it really works nice for what we're going to do. There we go. That's pretty good. No, I haven't done it the same on any one of them. And on here, I'm just going to stamp off to the side here a little bit. So I've got a little bit there for the writing. And then let's do our envelope while we've got everything out. Okay, so all our stamping is done as far as the Basic Beige. And then the last thing we need to do is, well, first we're going to shut our Basic Beige and put it up so that we're not wearing it. We're going to take our Secret C and we are going to go ahead and stamp thank you. This could say anything. I chose thank you. Like I said, it's up to you what you want to put on here, but I chose a thank you. I always need thank you cards this time of year with graduations and whatnot. One needs a lot of thank you cards. So that's that. So now it's assembly. It's a pretty quick and easy card, and we will come in real quick and we are going to get our green glue that wants to keep moving across my table on me. And we're going to glue this little bit down here. It doesn't need a lot of glue. Just needs enough to adhere it down. And anytime I use liquid glue, I like to flatten it out so that it's nice and the glue works its way out and flattens it so I get no bubbles. So I'm going to come in here and possibly use the tape runner. There it is. Want it to work there. And this space here is about 1 1/8 between the 1 1/4, excuse me. So we should have about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. I am going to take my designer series paper here, and I like to have my stems going down. So just look at the foliage and see which way you want it to be. I think I like that one on that side. Again, these pieces that I'm now putting on are a total of 1 7/8 by 4 inches. I'm just going to glue both of them at the same time, maybe. There we go. Okay. Well, the flowers look like they go that way, so we'll put them on that way. Here we go. And then this one's got the leaves going up. So we're just going to mirror what we did on the other side, trying to line it up approximately the same as we did the other side, keeping it as straight as we possibly can do it. That's the outside. Let's put our inside in. This is non-directional. Now you could use this on the inside, but it doesn't go with the front, so I chose to put that. This paper is just beautiful. This Delicate Dreams paper. Since it was released, it's gone out of stock a couple of times because I think it's a fan favorite. I really like it. I think it's just beautiful. There we go. And sometimes, depending upon the humidity, the tape runners work really well for me, and then some days not so much. So this might be one of those days that's a not so much, but that's okay. We work with it. I hope everybody's enjoying this video. If you are, please like and share this video. And leave me a comment if there's something you would like me to do different, or you know how what your thoughts are. I think this is a fun card. I really like this card. Okay, so remember, it's a book and a gatefold all in one. And now this, the best part about this is when you stamp on a circle, it's really never crooked, because you can just put it on the way you need it to go on. Ah, and I just put a lot of adhesive on here because I can. And this is just going to go on here, lined up as best I can so that it's equal. There we go. That's looking pretty good. And now what you want to do with this is you want to make sure that when you put this on here, okay, you're only putting dimensionals on 1/2 of this. Okay, so I'm just going to flip this over because that's approximately where we were. And I'm going to take a pencil and I'm just going to kind of go lightly on the back here so I know, don't put a dimensional past there. It's just a reference point. You can, always try a different way, but for me that works the best. And I love using my dimensional, so sometimes I get a little wackadoodle with them. So if that's going to be the case, I want to make sure it's in a place where it's going to stay pretty firm. Yeah, I don't know. I almost just want more. I think I'm going to move this guy. If you do them right away, you can move them over a little bit. There we go. Okay, I'm going to peel that off. I think we're going to be good. Okay, so now I'm going to look at this. I'm going to see about where it's even. And look at that. See? Perfect. Okay, let me get out the embellishments that went with this. I use the following embellishment. It's called the Natural Mats. This is dots. These are part of the same suite. So if you order this suite, you get the designer series paper and the stamps and dies and everything, but you also get the embellishment. And I really like these embellishments. They run out of stock on these. And I'm like, wow. Okay, I'm going to put one down here and one up here. And then one little one off to the side over here. I like a series of 3. A series of 3 is good to me. So there we have that. And I don't know, what do you think? I think this is a cute card. It certainly goes together quickly. It's not a long card at all to do. Once you've got it cut out, it's very simple. I want to thank you all for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you can, please like and share, and also subscribe if you'd like to find out when my next videos are. This is a fun fold, and I'm calling it the Bake. Let me say that again. A book gatefold card. Thank you again. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.